Hi everybody, it's Evan Grant from D Magazine's Inside Corner, here with Nolan Ryan, and I've finished my meal, which took a couple hours, so now we can actually shoot a video. But let's talk a little about your bullpen. Surprise you that with the pieces that you've kind of grabbed here and there, that this club is doing what it's doing from the pen?
Well, I think, Evan, when we went out and got O'Day and Grilly, that we knew they had experience. Our reports came back on them that they were throwing well, but they had some problems with the previous organizations they were pitching for. But we got them because we thought that they were sound and that they had experience, and that's what we need in our bullpen. And so we've been truly pleased with the way they performed. And then Jason Jennings coming back from 2 surgeries, and we felt like that he was healthy again, and we just didn't know how consistent he'd be, and so we've been real pleased with that too.
What's your level of confidence sitting down in those first row seats if you guys take a lead to the 6th or 7th?
Well, it's much better this year than it was last year, and I feel like they're going to throw strikes because that's what they have done this year. And I think that's the most important thing, is that last year we just self-destructed by the number of walks and constantly being behind the count on hitters. So that approach has changed. You don't have somebody that's blessed with an exceptional amount of talent coming in from the bullpen, except maybe CJ and Frankie, but as a whole, the guys know what their job is, and they're able to hit their spots and move the ball around, so I think that's been real important.
Speaking of CJ, obviously it's clear at this point that he had a medical issue last year, but from a maturity standpoint, what have you seen this year?
Well, I think I've seen a level of confidence that he had this year that I don't think he had last year. Obviously dealing with his elbow problem and things just kind of snowballing on him, and I think he feels good and that he's confident in his ability. So I think just his mental outlook about the job he's doing has been, I think, a big plus for him.
And Nolan, you feel like you're going to see Feliz first of all this year up here?
Yeah, I really do. I think that it's at some point in time that we'll have him on the team. What's going to bring that about, I don't really know. You know, it depends on if we have a roster spot open or somebody goes down due to injury or illness, so I don't really know.
Do you feel like, there's been a lot of discussion on the internet, and I know you wouldn't know any of that because you'd never spend any time there, but there's been a lot of discussion about, is this guy going to end up being a bullpen guy long term, or is this guy going to be a starter long term? Do you have a feel on what, or do you have a thought on where you see him going?
Well, we obviously had him in the rotation through his minor league career up till the last month, and we felt like that our need might be more for a bullpen piece, and so that's why we put him in the bullpen. I would say that it's hard to predict. I think he could do either. I still think, in my mind, I look at him as a starter, but I think that depending on what the need of the ball club is, that there's some flexibility there.
And I think this goes back to your playing days too. And in the example that I'm going to cite is that I think people try to peg, okay, he's going to be a starter or he's going to be a reliever. There were a lot of guys for a long time that might have worked in a bullpen for a year or even 2 before they got a chance at the rotation. Even if he goes into your bullpen this year and next year in an 8th inning role or 7th inning role, that doesn't rule out him being a starter for the majority of his career.
No, it doesn't at all, and it's a good point. It's if you look at him as a starter, what you would like to see him is have more consistency with his breaking ball and a better changeup. But that's not to say that he's not going to develop that, because at his age and with his experience, there's so much upside there that you really think that he's capable of developing 3 good pitches, because he's shown at times that he's capable of doing that. And so it's a matter of consistency probably more than anything else.
All right, well, I know it makes things a lot easier on you in the 7th and 8th innings and 9th innings this year to watch the way things are developing. So it's, as long as you're comfortable, we're comfortable.
Well, definitely I'm more relaxed in the later innings than I was last year, and So I feel good about it when we go to the bullpen. I feel like that they're capable of getting people out and holding the lead, and that's what we look for.
All right. Well, I appreciate it very much.
Thank you.